This portion of the CU podcast is brought to you by Manscaped. Autumn is in the air, Ian. The pumpkins are in the patch, and our friends at Manscaped are here to make sure you don't carve your pants pumpkins when you're grooming. Don't do that. Make sure you're keeping things fresh this fall with the leaders in male grooming and their brand new 4th generation performance package. Ready to take the leap this fall with Manscaped? Join the 2 million men worldwide using Manscaped by going to manscaped.com for 20% off and free shipping with the code CUPodcast.
It's time to bundle up with the Manscaped Performance Package 4.0. Inside this package, you'll find their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, Crop Preserver ball deodorant, Crop Reviver toner, Performance boxer briefs, and a travel bag to hold all of your goodies. First off, the new Performance Package 4.0 includes the new Lawnmower 4.0. If you're looking to cozy up this fall, this trimmer is essential. Their 4th generation trimmer features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. The Performance Package 4.0 also includes the Weed Whacker to chop your worst weeds up top in your nose and ear. This nose and ear hair trimmer uses a 9,000 RPM motor-powered 360-degree rotary dual-blade system to provide proprietary skin-safe technology, which helps prevent nicks, snags, and tugs in all those places you don't want them. Seal the deal with Manscaped's liquid formulations, the Crop Preserver ball deodorant. Then, after trimming the pumpkin patch and whacking the leaves, give your balls a boost and use Crop Reviver. Manscaped even threw in 2 free gifts in their Performance Package 4.0, the Manscaped Boxers and the Shed Travel Bag. Get comfy on the home and on the go this season.
Get 20% off and free shipping right now with code CUPodcast at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping with code CUPodcast at manscaped.com. Make your balls a priority this fall with Manscaped. Balls are going to thank you. All right, Ian.
Yep.
We were talking about Wata being in the news a lot recently. Their grading service, them teaming up with Heritage Auctions, some alleged bad behavior between actors behind the scenes. The one thing we never really talked about is that Wata, they don't just grade games, they provide a professional cleaning service for your games. So when you send the games in, you can get them cleaned before you get them graded. So like an all-in-one sort of like car shop. You know what I mean? Like, hey, take these labels off, clean this up. And I really didn't pay much mind to it, which I probably should have, because we get into why it can be problematic. But there was a video put out, which I'm not sure you got a chance to watch it. Did you?
I looked over it.
This has to be...
It's called The Worst Wata Grading Experience. This is from YouTuber CooltrainerRyan. And I looked up Ryan's videos. He's mostly looks like a Pokemon guy, deals with a lot of card stuff. And obviously, he has these games. So back in, I believe it was April-ish, him and his friends sent in 5 Game Boy Pokemon games to get graded. Mm-hmm. And 2 of those were going to get cleaned. Out of the 5, I believe they get
So
graded.
what does the cleaning entail? It looks like it goes over the packaging.
The general packaging. I'm guessing it would be mostly any marks that you can get off easily and the labels if you wanted to get them, if that makes it a cleaner grade somehow.
And it probably worth noting, this is for both sealed and unsealed games.
I have not looked into what it would be for unsealed games. Cleaning an unsealed game to me will get into really weird territory. Because if you do that for a comic, that changes it to like a restored grade versus a regular grade. So I don't know I don't know if there's restored grades that will be coming eventually for games versus not. That's a whole other conversation we can talk about at some point.
Sure.
If people are restoring game boxes or seals.
I'm not talking about restoring. I'm talking about removing labels and stuff like that.
Okay, but when we talk about clean though, it's like, because if you clean a comic, that could be something weird. Like, I don't know, depending on how it's cleaned. But anyway, so, okay. So what I'm talking about, though, is this is the process that Ryan went through here. So they got all the games back except for his one game, which was it Pokemon Red? A later released Pokemon Red. Got the games back, I believe, in May, except for the one game. Emailed a couple of times and didn't hear back. Got standard responses. He didn't get his game back until September, obviously recently. They had his game for 4 months over. 4 months. And wondering what's happening here. So he got the game back, and what was removed, I guess what he hired and removed was this was a Target copy, and it was like a Target like security sticker on the back right of the game.
Sure.
One of those ones that has a metallic little film underneath. So they removed that, but unfortunately in doing so, it looks like they messed up the seal. To the left of it on this picture, the seal is broken. And he obviously emailed him or said like, what the hell did you do? And they said, oh, don't worry, it doesn't affect the grade of your game, which I don't know how it wouldn't if it goes from full seal to a tear in it. And so that wasn't the worst of it, though, unfortunately for Ryan. I have no plausible explanation for this next thing that happens. At the end of the video, he turns it around and there's writing on it. And looks like a black Sharpie. There's like a name or something on it. And I don't even know what or how that could happen, but that's shocking to see that. And I feel super bad for Ryan. I might disagree on the merits of getting a sticker removed, which I'll talk about in a second. But the writing on the front ruins how this looks. And obviously
on the front,
go to the end of the video. Go to 7:28, 7:30 on that video. I guess you didn't watch that far into the video.
I did. Okay, I see it now. Yeah. I thought you said on the back, and I was like, I didn't see anything on the back. I saw something
on the front.
Yes.
Is this writing that ruins the grade entirely? This could have been, like, I don't know, like a 9 or something, and now it becomes a 7. So what happened here? And we don't know. Ryan doesn't know. And I know.
I mean, he's got pictures of it beforehand.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't think he'd lie about this.
No, I'm just covering all the bases here. There it is. Yeah, I see.
Yeah. So I know that when if you're grading this, you have to have insurance on games. You have to. Who knows if you slip and fall, your elbow goes into a box, and there has to be insurance. So in a case like this would be a claim of some sort. I would think that you would take out.
Yeah.
If you're Wata, that hey, we screwed up or did something wrong, we have to insure a proper value, because now you ruined the value potentially. I don't know what this would go for at auction if this was a 9 versus a 7. This could be thousands of dollars, though. Thousands of dollars difference.
Sure.
And that's before we talk about the seal. So this is what I'm going to say about this. This is unfortunate, but this is what happens, and this is what I warned about for years. This is what happens when you place the majority of the value of a video game on a cellophane seal. This is the dangerous area you get into now, because now it's dependent upon that. We're in a whole different ball game versus what we were at before, where it's like, okay, a cellophane is not just a premium now to a complete in-box game. Now it's almost the entire value of this. It's 95% of the value, literally like 95% when you look at different grades. So you're caught up now in this unfortunate incident. And this isn't anything against Ryan, because obviously if he's dealing with Pokemon and he likes this stuff, but now you're part of this ecosystem where now you're dependent upon this as a collector and an investor. You're now trapped here. And it's fortunate for most video game collectors, they don't care about this, because this is the minutia now that they have to be concerned about with this stuff. Because even that tear in the back could ruin a grade, go for like a 9.6. Maybe now it's an 8.5 or a 9. Just that little quarter-inch tear. So I'm going to say this about the cleaning service. If this was my game, I personally would not care about store stickers, because to me a store sticker is part of the original.
This is what I wanted to say
Yeah.
just right before you started, was that this has also shown just how kind of skewed we've gotten in terms of when we look at this. The store sticker on the back was in good shape, was not ripping anything.
And on the back too.
It was not on a spot of the game that is one where people are heavily going to look. We've gotten it's become so much about the seal and the condition of the seal that now people are concerned about that and want it to remove it. I get it. If you want to try to remove it, do it. That's your thing. But I think we're losing the forest for the trees here.
Yeah, and it looks worse now because they still have the purple magnetic security thing on it.
Right.
It looks worse now.
I think that actually...
It looks like shit.
Worse.
Because now it's like, what is that? Before it's like, oh, it's the Target sticker. It was a Target, a game. That makes sense. It looks worse now. If I was Wata, did you know it was a magnetic sticker and that would be close to impossible to take off that magnetic? Because that stuff's like almost like super glued on. Whatever that magnetic thing is, it's like that, so you can't just peel off the sticker and take it out of the store.
Did he? know that?
It sounds like if I was Ryan, if he didn't know about it, Wata either didn't know about it or they weren't equipped to remove it because they've ruined to me how this game looked before. Like, I like the original stickers from the store. I personally like them on games. It has character. It has not a provenance, but it's a historical remnant to me. It's a historical remnant, and to remove it is kind of weird to do that.
I like the stickers too.
It's like, to me, that's a part of the retail game, the store sticker.
Right.
Most of these games you bought had store stickers on them in some capacity, at least by the late 90s, early 2000s. You know what I mean? Like, in the early 90s, you go to a Kitty City, or you go to a Toys R Us, and no, Toys R Us doesn't. Here's the sticker. They get it from behind the freaking vault door or whatever, and here they have. But once you get to the late 90s or 2000s, yeah, this stuff has stickers on it. Especially they have security devices, on that. So, I feel super bad for Ryan in this case. But again, this is like the trappings of getting into speculation or collecting stuff that's sealed. If this was a complete in-box copy you wouldn't be concerned about something like this. The writing thing to me, though, is so over the top that I'm not saying it was deliberate, but how do you do that to something, a game that's that valuable?
Don't think it's deliberate. Don't think it should have been sent out like that without a conversation with Ryan. Here's my whole take on it: is the writing thing is the problem. The sticker thing, there's going to be a risk involved.
Sure.
No offense to Ryan, should have looked into it, should have realized that maybe it was a magnetic alarm sticker, that it wasn't going to be perfect when it was taken off. Obviously, there's no way all of those things can go perfectly. I think there's an assumed risk when you're doing something like that.
And I'm sure you sign a waiver to say that.
Right.
Yeah.
So I really can't get too angry over that. The writing on it, though, the fact that it got sent back to him with that writing on it, like with no notification or no call, like maybe he won't notice. That's the weird part.
Is that why it took several months to get it back? Not the sticker, because of the, what I can't even see what it says.
It looks like a scribble.
It's almost like it was a name of an account or something, and maybe they put a piece of paper on top of it and were writing it, and it bled through. You know what I mean? Like with a permanent marker.
Don't know.
How do you do that to a game like that? I'd love an explanation. I would probably say, if I was Wata, I'd say, we fucked up. Here's the fair market value for your game. That's it.
I feel like they've probably got the money to do that.
Well, they just did the deal with Collector's Universe.
Yeah.
Like, they got the cash. Make it right for Ryan. I feel terrible about that. Yeah, you're right. The sticker thing is like, that's like a risk thing, and it's like, But that's like, you imagine sending away like a Golden Age comic, and it's like a marker there, and it's like he looked at it first, like, is that on the game or is that on the case? Like, he couldn't tell.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at removing stickers, and sometimes customers will ask me to, try to take a sticker off of like a box or whatever. And I'm like, I will try it.
But you assume the risk.
I said, but if I said, but you're buying it, and if I rip it, it's ripped. I said, or you can take it and just try it yourself.
Best thing to do, you use a little bit of Goo Gone, you let it soak in there. That's the one way to do it. I've actually even used, not recommending this, because I have used even
not on a cardboard box.
A little bit.
Everyone's got their own ways with little bits of this and little bits of that.
Rubbing alcohol will take out the ink. A little bit of citrus won't. Like a little. Like, so you got to use a little bit.
If you're not careful, you'll get those oil stains with Goo Gone.
That's true. Or a little bit of Windex, very lightly Windex it, and that might be.
Like I said, more often than not, I just opt to leave it. I like seeing the travel of it.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
There's also, this is more also about, it's for like packing tape or whatever. You can use a hair dryer to loosen it. That usually works. You still got to be careful, and it's not 100%.
Right.
I've had things super loose and still take off very small flecks of color from like the cardboard box, and it's like, that's the best you're gonna do. You know what I mean?
Sure.
For something like that. But all right, well, Wata should make it right. They should do one thing positive, one piece of positive PR with all the bad stuff happening. Make it right for Ryan. Come on, make it right for this young lad.